I'd say check it out, man.
All right. Hey, streamers. What's up? No one's in here yet. Yep.
We're here.
Oh, there's a stream.
Yeah.
You should. Did you link it anywhere?
I'll be linking. So you can go to drywall.ws/live and it's embedded there. But if the chat, I'm about to post it on Twitter.
Okay. Oh man, YouTube live streams are so weird.
It's great that they put emoji in the chat for YouTube Live.
They did what?
Yeah, you can put emojis in there.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so pointless. Like, why would you want to put emojis in a chat room?
It's episode 7. I'm fucked.
You're fucked.
Yes.
Is that true? Is How I Beat Shaq and Corey in the House all have a BPM of 107?
Actually, no. Only 2 of those have a BPM of 107, and I think the Corey in the house theme's a little bit slower, maybe by like 2 or 3 beats per minute.
You are the only one who would know that.
Well, it was because one day somebody had started like talking about like all these like songs like that, and I was like, somebody gave me the idea to put those all on top of each other, so I did. And that was actually a
God.
tweet that I made like a long ass time ago, and then I just set it as my YouTube channel name. Oh, and I can't change it back. I ran out of name changes. That's my name forever.
Oh wait, that's your name.
On YouTube, yeah.
I thought that was the comment, not your name.
No, that's my actual channel name.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Did you click on it?
That is quite a YouTube channel name.
I'm so proud.
Dude, you need to get a short link to that.
A short link?
Like youtube.com/howibeatshaq, Lil Bow Wow's basketball in the chorus.
I did, but I don't know what happened. That's weird.
Google was probably like, this is not okay. This link is too long.
I think they figured it out that I was changing my name too many times, so I think it was as of 2012 I don't have any more name changes, but they might have like lifted that or something. I don't know. I'm not changing it though. I don't see any use.
Games and guac? Oh.
Games and guac.
I got followed by that today.
Ew.
Oh my god. Their second tweet ever was just tweet the good tweet.
I don't think anybody's watching. That's okay.
I sent it to somebody. One person. Let's see.
I don't know why anyone would watch. I just stream because it's, you might as well.
Here, I'm gonna send this to.
I'm gonna send it to eBay.
eBay's official Skype.
Retweeted by eBay official.
No, I mean I'm just sending it to eBay over Twitter. Dude, fucking eBay, man. What a great thing.
It really is. If you want to look for stupid, pointless shit.
Watches, vintage watches. That's
You know,
it.
if it weren't for eBay, I wouldn't have like a K Reno record, a LeChat record, and 2 Project Pat records for $4.
Wait, really? Damn.
That's quite an achievement.
I need that.
I'll sell it to you, but it's not going to be for $4.
It'll be for 5. Can I put this stream link on Twitter?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
No,
Okay.
you can use the hashtag Drycast if you want. You don't have to, but that will get everything moving.
Oh, damn, I almost linked my own YouTube channel on accident. Alright, there we go.
Yes. Dude, we're going up. We're going up. Only up from here. All right.
Maximum networking.
Wait, that's not the right expression, is it? It's only down from here, right?
I mean, like down the rabbit hole or something like I don't know.
It's only left from here.
Down the matrix hole.
Down the Matrix reference. Here we go.
All right. I'm going to start the recording. It's probably too early because I haven't finished drinking coffee, but fuck it. We'll do it. I don't want to talk anyway. All right.
Did that actually make any noise?
Yes.
I should just like stop messing with this mic. Is anything stupid I do to it and think like this isn't gonna go through on the audio thing? It does.
Wait, you don't have a push to talk on?
Well, I have it on push to talk, but I removed the pop filter on this $10 mic and then I threw it away. So everything gets caught in it. Started recording.
All right. I'm gonna give me just a second, and I gotta prep my voice. You know. That's a joke.
It is a joke. I hope you leave that like screaming bit in the intro.
No.
The show starts immediately with screaming. Please, just leave it in.
No. See, okay. That's the key to drywall is to start out legit and then get him in, because drywall is not about entertainment. Drywall is about making money.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm gonna try to do this here. Hello and welcome.
Stupid stretch.
Dude, come on.
Come on, man.
Ah! Okay, no intro to the podcast. Just screaming. All right. Oh no, the Doge began barking.
All right, let's start the show.
No, I have to go up and kick him to death.
We'll wait.
Rest in peace, Doge.
Fuck that fucking dog. Hello and welcome to episode 7 of Drycast. Today is it's actually Tuesday, January 13th. But happy Wednesday. I'm your host, David Blue. Live from Studio Eat, of course. Today we have a very special guest. We actually have Birdman in Studio Eat, so that's pretty great. Yeah.
What? Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Birdman. I'm from Young Money. Lil Wayne is my son. And I produce a type of music.
Yeah. All right. So also joining us is BMW, the familiar voice of BMW.
Always here. I want to leave.
We're streaming live. The Drywall website was redone, and you can now view us live 24/7. That's not true. At drywall.ws/live. But I don't know why you would, because that's just pretty much you just go there and then you go immediately to the YouTube channel.
Why does it say Elliot Roger the second?
We'll worry about that. I can describe that later if you want, but.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, so we're live. Remember, you can always join us in the Twitter hashtag Drycast. Please do. Again, remember, taking a vacation with your family, you want to send family or vacation pics back to your family, just throw a hashtag in there. Hashtag Drycast. Just populate it, get it up and full and bursting like an infection. So,
Gross.
of course, the first segment, it's petty chatter, but also introductions. BMW's already been introduced too many times. So, Birdman, I guess you've already introduced yourself, haven't you? So, petty chatter.
Okay.
Petty chatter is where we just, basically, what have you been doing lately? We've just met you, Birdman, but now I want to know what you've been doing recently.
I guess as of the past week, I've been working on a semi-serious album. And if anyone knows me, I guess most of the music that I've done isn't really like serious to any degree. Like, I don't know, a good example would be Hamburger Helper, which is a side project.
Yeah, I just listened to a little bit of that. It's pretty good. Also, let's see. I listened to what's the other track I listened to? I think it was Loud Panties. Ah, yes.
Oh, yeah. From 2014 Throwaways.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't downloaded that stuff yet. I remember looking at on your Bandcamp before. I don't know why I don't have any of it.
Yeah, Loud Panties and the rest of whatever 2014 Throwaways is just basically what the title is. Everything that I've thrown away in 2014 didn't finish. And it's all I don't want to say it's all clipping mashups. There's only 2 songs out of the 24 that are on there, but the longest ones are mashups with clipping, and the rest are like, I don't know, things that I never finished, really dumb.
I'm excited.
Stuff.
I'm excited that there are more clipping enthusiasts out there.
Oh yeah, clipping's great.
He's talking about a group called Clipping, not the actual audio clipping.
Well,
Dude,
clipping, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Clipping's audio actually has clipping in some songs. If that makes sense.
I'm upset now.
We got any audio engineers out there?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I hope not. Please go away.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about how Dark Side of the Moon is the best news album of all time.
HD DVD Dark Side of the Moon 5-channel piss blowout.
Is it actually 5 channels?
They released on Super Audio CD. Yes, they released a Super Audio CD of Dark Side of the Moon. I've heard it several times.
Wow.
On a
Wow.
5-channel system because my electronics teacher had it. He was cool. See, he could be a Dark Side of the Moon guy. That band, I don't know, the Dark Moon band. He could be an enthusiast because he's like 60, so that's okay for him to be into Dark Side of the Moon.
Wait, are we talking about the band or the Pink Floyd album?
It's all the same. They're all
Oh.
it's the same. It's the same thing. Those people over there.
I don't know, so I
All right, hang on. I'm gonna cover it. Money.
yeah.
Money's bad. Money's bad. I'm Pink Floyd. Money's bad.
Bow, bow, cha-ching. All right, we just covered Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
Entirety.
See you guys next week.
No, but like, I remember you played like your early drywall shit for your like audio engineer guy, and he just like started laughing, and everyone else was just like, "Please turn that off."
Yeah, I played it over I played Devangelo over that 5 channel system, and he was laughing his ass off, but all the other like students were trying to look away, and like they weren't very amused. But he just like he likes that he taught me everything I know, basically. He taught me everything about audio that I know. And I told him then, I was like, I want to learn this so I can ruin this. Like, basically, and he was like, yeah, this was me in high school too. Like, he basically, just ruin audio equipment. Everything he told me, this is what stresses out an amp. This is what stresses out a speaker. This is what's bad for it. And he's like, here's how to ruin this stuff. So I know how to ruin shit.
Oh man, that sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, he was a great guy. Great guy, definitely. That was the only class that I've ever taken that's good. That was good in any capacity. Okay, well, yeah, I need to stop talking because it's all about you, Birdman. Let's see.
We're still on what was petty chatter.
I regret saying that I just downloaded that 2014 throwaways like yesterday, because like I saw that you tweeted it with like the YUM thing, and I thought that it had like different codes and only like one person can download it or something. I was like, oh damn, I missed my chance.
No, I was like thinking about making 2014 throwaways like some sort of like promo thing for like the actual like serious album that I'm gonna come out with, but I was just like, fuck it. So I released it publicly, and it's like, I don't know, it's not that like great, and there's not really that much like special to it other than like, I don't know, what I'd say I'm the most proud of is just track 1 with the dumbest title, Loud Panting.
Well, that's good because it's the only track I listened to.
Yeah.
So you are working on an album. I've heard like a bunch of your mixes, like Bird Bather and Crow Party and all that, and they're like mashups with like electro house and like hip hop and stuff like that. Is that kind of what your next album's gonna be like?
No, not really. It's something completely different. I'm working more like in like ambient sort of sounds and industrial, like I can't really even describe it that way. I guess there's some sort of like breakcore elements in one of the songs, but as a whole, the more like it's very like minimally sample based, I guess. There's maybe
So
2 or 3
not like it at all.
Not like it at all. And I was thinking about doing like another long mix like Bird Bather or Crow Party because those are just so much fun to do, and I spend like a week just like, I don't know, trying out different things and throwing stuff on top of each other, and it just comes out with some huge 20-minute train wreck of a thing with like Toho music and rap acapellas and whatever else, and it just sort of turned into what track 1 on 2014 Throwaways was. There's a Move That Dope on there. There's like a clipping song. Track 2 has like some Lil B video that I sampled that I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember I followed you right after you dropped Bird Bather, and around that time I was doing mixtapes, and it was like Adderall Feast, and I heard Bird Bather, and I thought that you like did that on like virtual DJ or some shit, and I was like, shit, I need to step my game up. Like, this is way more entertaining than anything I've ever made.
No, I
Plus, you put Project Pat sipping on some scissor on there, and I just burst out laughing when that started coming in over the like house music. It was great.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't know, like I come back and like listen to like Bird Bather 1 and 2 and Crow Party, and I just like, I don't know. Some people tell me that they listen to, like, I've had somebody tell me that they listen to this while they were like deadlifting, while they're like working out. Somebody told me that
What?
Yeah. They told me they were listening to it like while they're doing like a 4-mile run or something like that. And,
What?
yeah, I don't know, but mostly like the people who listen to it are like close friends of mine or like people who went to my high school or something. and know that like I don't know, the Bird Bather 1 and 2 are the things that I'm most known for, I guess, just because of the album covers. Looks like
And
something.
I know like you said something about like Chinese vaporwave. You were doing the Crow Party thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's two songs on Crow Party which are made by under the alias Syrup Digital Limited, which were supposed to be like Chinese vaporwave songs. I was gonna try to make like a full length album or mixtape or something like that of just nothing but Chinese vaporwave.
Hmm.
But after making two songs, I was like, this is actually kind of boring. Like, uh,
So when you say Chinese vaporwave, do you mean are you like using Chinese like singers over like vaporwave beats, or do you mean like something else?
I what I did was I looked up like really old like 70s and 80s Chinese pop songs
Uh,
and anything that I thought uh, I don't know. I don't know if this is the mindset of like all vaporwave artists, but I just thought anything that I thought would sound good, slowed down and chopped up. I just kind of started messing around with, and there are two. Hold on. The two songs, which one of them is called Happy New Year and the other one's called Blueface. Uh, they're both pop songs that were, when I looked at like the groups that made them, they're incredibly popular in China, mainland China at least. And after making those, like I was just like, I have the capacity to make vaporwave, and if I wanted to, I could, but I just think it's kind of boring and lazy.
Yeah, because all you have to do is you take like smooth jazz, you slow it down, and then
Hmm.
you find some samples to go over it,
Yeah.
or just like Genesis sounds.
Yeah.
Anyway, we trashed vaporwave the last episode. We're not gonna go into that again. I was
Okay.
just curious about Chinese vaporwave thing.
Yeah, well, that's what it means. It's just Chinese pop songs, I guess, slow down. That's what I did, at least. Somebody else has probably done that out there, too.
I'd like imagine that it would sound like something from like that John Woo movie, The Killers, or something like that, where it's just that like girl that's like singing in Chinese, but it's like slowed down and it sounds like something you would hear in a mall.
Oh, man. That actually would be great. I haven't
Mall
seen that
wave.
movie, but I can imagine what that sounds like.
You okay? Like David and I watched that movie. It's like it's not like a great movie, but like the action like scenes in it are just phenomenal.
What was this movie,
It's
Killer?
like yeah, it's called The Killer. It's like watching a movie where like everyone has no repercussions for their actions and they just have bottomless clip on all their guns.
It's got an 8.0 on IMDb. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a pretty famous movie.
Mhm.
So, um, not to interrupt the conversation, but in the related videos to the podcast stream is building a cowshed 11.
Wait, really? Oh, I
Yeah.
see that too. What the
Yeah.
hell?
So I
Oh,
obviously
great.
I let us down on the tags.
Fly fishing Pennsylvania.
Oh
Uh,
shit!
oh,
Live fishing Pennsylvania?
fly fishing.
Oh God,
What else is there?
that
How to
might
throw a
be the
black
most
pearl
boring
cast.
stream ever.
24/7 fly fishing stream.
Oh, it's because of the word cast.
Aha!
Yeah, yeah, that
You're a
makes sense.
genius. Look at
Is
you.
dry casting like an actual like term that you use for fishing? Like, I don't know.
I hope not.
Where did the
I
word the
it
name
might be.
drycast come from?
Okay, so drywall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it's just
Oh,
came.
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
like there's dry cast, dry net, which is that's uh the drywall server that has a bunch of downloads on it. Um, there's what else? What else? There's the dry.
Well,
There's the
there's
dry
just
blog, which has nothing on it.
drywall It's just kind of like evolved from like a joke music project to being just about everything that David does online.
That's exactly what it is. It's I just everything that I want to do, I do it on Drywall. So since we're doing the petty chatter segment, I want I want more music stuff. Like I will shut up, but since we're doing the petty chatter segment and I'm on this subject, I'm gonna go next. What have I done lately? Well, too much is what I've done lately. We're doing an Evo review after the podcast. Look that up. The Juke review is coming out soon. I don't want to edit anything anymore. I am done. I'm going to though. So it's gonna be coming out soon. The Draw website was completely redone a few nights ago. I was looking at the homepage and realized, you know what? This isn't a funny joke anymore. Just the HTML. And so I was like, fuck it. And I got into it and I spent 8 hours redoing everything. The entire server structure is redone. We're all good. The Elliot Rodger 2 thing you mentioned earlier. Wow, the logo is clipped a little bit. Perfect. Now that I see that. I mean, I made that logo in literally less than 60 seconds in GIMP. So, but Elliot Rodger 2, you know, man, everyone sort of forgot about Elliot Rodger, and I'm really interested in him. He's probably one of my favorite celebrities. So, I guess like, you know, I identify with Elliot Rodger definitely.
That's awesome.
You know, after sitting in the Evo, I want to sit in Elliot Rodger's BMW and like analyze everything about it. Like what was his CDs? What was he listening to in his car?
I can tell you right now, dude.
Did all that shit.
I have an archive of all of Elliot Rodger's videos that I downloaded them all shortly after, you know, he had his party thing where he did, you know, and so they're going to be going up on Drynet soon. Well, assuming if Elliot Rodger's YouTube channel gets taken down, they'll be going up on Drynet. So don't worry about that.
I don't mean to butt in, but I remember finding this a long time ago, but there's a Elliot Rodger vaporwave album out there.
What?
Yeah, it's
Oh God!
If you go to elliotroger.bandcamp.com, there's an album called My Twisted World, and every single one of the song titles are quotes from him.
Yeah, I'm working on his manifesto right now.
Yeah, track 2 is called I Will Be a God. Track 6 is probably one of the like best titles. Is Heaven is the darkest hell if you have to experience it alone. And track 10, yeah, like these are all just absolutely incredible.
I'm downloading it in
I
Flash.
accidentally typed in Elliot Rodgers, and I got a completely different band camp than what you guys are talking about.
I want to see what that is. Oh, what the hell is blues, superheroes, and potato chips?
Close enough.
And there's a song on there called "The Blind Woman Boogie."
Oh my God!
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna listen to this.
I don't want to listen to this. It's kind of weird, but okay.
Oh man, this is like terrible like Mexican rock. But yeah, Elliot Rodger's Vaporwave is a thing, and you can download it.
Yeah, seriously, I'm prepping the FLAC download right now.
And like, I don't listen to it because like my friend listens to it because he thinks it's funny and like he just likes to play it in the car and just because it makes other people like mad. But I listened to it like completely on my own one time and I thought it was like one of the eeriest things and like just most unsettling experiences.
You know, Elliot Rodger, like, in comparison to a lot of serial killers, a lot of, you know, whatever they call those people.
Mass shooters.
Yeah. To me, he's not frightening at all. Nothing he said is frightening. It's because it's just so naive.
Yeah.
Like, I'm reading his manifesto right now, and it's not scary. It's just his life story. So, but
It's
who wants
like,
to talk about Elliot Rodger? You know, not no one wants to hear what David Blue has to say about Elliot Rodger because it's
I've heard enough about what David Blue thinks about Elliot Rodger.
yeah.
Oh man.
But suffice it to say, I'm Elliot Roger 2. I'm carrying on the legacy. So, yeah.
All
So,
right.
um,
Late Roger 2 in here.
yeah. Okay. So petty chatter. Let's see. Redid the website. I didn't sleep for 3 days. Episode 6 is coming out. God, I still have to edit that. I'm not gonna sleep tonight either. Yeah, I'm a one-man media machine over here. I'm dying. Help me.
So
Media.
you have to go through and like edit like 2 hours, 3 hours of a podcast. Do you like? I was listening to one of the other podcasts, and do you like cut out the spaces like in between people talking?
Yeah. Episode 3 took me about 14 hours of cumulative editing to edit.
Oh,
But
jeez.
that was just because I actually had somebody recording in the actual studio eat, which is a closet, and so we're just doing it over TeamSpeak now. That makes it a little bit easier, but it's still a 4 or 5 hour process, and that's not 4 or 5 hours like you start and you kind of dilly dally around, and then 5 hours later you have it done. It's like 4 or 5 hours of looking at a timeline and scrolling and snipping and
Oh,
but
man.
yeah, episode 4 I didn't cut. I cut like the first parts, but it was like 3 hours long, so I was just like, fuck it. I might end up just leaving all this stuff in. It kind of depends on how it sounds. I generally just try to get out the long pauses. But yeah, I can't. I just can't afford time wise to spend that kind of time every week editing. So yeah, but podcast
And with
editing
the,
is the thing about podcast editing is that you put in a ton of work and there will never be, it's a guarantee, there will never be any reward. Like podcasts don't get you anywhere, but podcasts don't go anywhere. The best part about Drycast though is it's an excuse for all of us to sit down and talk once a week, which that's my favorite part about podcasting. So
That's always nice.
yeah, and it leads to productivity and other things. So that's great. It keeps me sane, and it keeps me in check so that I don't turn into Elliot Roger 2. Let's see. Petty chatter. I think that's all I can remember doing, honestly, for the past few days. Filming Evo review.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. It is going to be great. Juke is going to be the best thing yet. Evo is going to be better than that. Whenever those get edited. Help me.
Is Juke like the title of a podcast?
No, we reviewed the Nismo Juke, the performance version of the Nissan Juke. So, let's see. Oh!
Actually
Important
setting
thing.
it to
Honk. Sorry, there's a delay. BMW. That's why this is sucking a lot. I'll stop talking in just a second. So Honk channel got set up. If you go to Vimeo.com/honk, I think, or it might be /channels/honk, you can view the Honk channel on Vimeo. Another thing, last important thing, the Drywall YouTube channel will be coming back in full. So all the streams will be going back to the Drywall YouTube channel on January 24th. So mark the date. We won't be using this stupid old YouTube channel to stream anymore. Everything will be going back to Drywall. I'll be starting to stream Silent Hunter 5 again. Yay! Everybody wants that. I'm going through Silent Hunter 5, an entire story, live. So that's going to be fun. And I'm going to stop talking now. That's all that I've been doing. Goodbye.
ads. Anyway, the Nissan Juke episode is going to be really cool because we're actually setting it to a bunch of juke and footwork music. And it might be the first car review set to that kind of music. I can't really think of any other people who would actually do that.
Yes, definitely.
But I've been spending a lot of time in the Evo because my M3, the heat system doesn't work on it, and I've had to get that replaced in the steering wheel, so it's out of commission. So instead of driving my two-wheeled sports car, I'm driving a four-wheeled rally car around town, and it is so much fun in a douchey, if I see red and blue lights in the mirror, I'm going to get arrested kind of way. Yeah, you like the thing about that Evo is you don't even notice how fast you're going, which is like incredibly dangerous because once you put it in like rally, like super sport mode, you're just like you go with the engine on the pedals, just like you shift up on the gears, and then next thing you know, you're going like 60 miles an hour, and you're just like, whoa, where did that come from? Like, it's
Oh, jeez.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that's enough petty chatter.
Okay, well, we have to talk about culture now. Okay, culture's done. Gender hell. So let's see, gender hell. What? Let's see what. Okay, fucking Charlie Hebdo. All right, this fucking asshole. He calls up PewDiePie, and he's like, "Yo, your girlfriend's a bitch. You're both useless, right?" PewDiePie fucking cries. They make it into a GIF. It's all over the PewDiePie wiki. PewDiePie wiki is going to be embedded. I'm writing it right now. PewDiePie wiki linked in the fucking show notes. This Charlie guy, fuck him, all right? Fucking Charlie Hebdo. All the shit that he's been doing. He should be bombed.
Oh my God.
I don't know why Al Qaeda wants to fucking avenge PewDiePie though. They're talking about PewDiePie being some sort of fucking prophet. You know, whatever.
Dude, Charles is like he's the John F. Kennedy of our generation.
Rip.
People are gonna remember Charles and Charlie Hebdo. Rest in peace.
All right, back to culture. What the fuck is PewDiePie? Like, pulling in $4 million a year. He streams. Does he stream all day? Do either of you know?
I don't
no.
know.
I don't think so.
I
Wait,
think
are
he
you-
gets money from like YouTube views and like channel ads.
Yeah.
Well, I know that. I mean, he gets money from using the same. He doesn't actually put any extra stuff. He does exactly what I do. You know, he just enables ads in his videos. But what I can't figure out is why they're worth anything. Because essentially he's just a guy, and I don't like. As far as YouTube celebrities go, from what I've seen of PewDiePie, I've seen at least 45 seconds of PewDiePie, and I think that he was a lot more tolerable than Philip DeFranco. So, and at least he didn't make a fucking kid yet. Philip DeFranco had a fucking kid.
Oh.
Wait, really? What? Wow.
Yeah, Philip DeFranco had a fucking kid, dude.
Well, oh yeah, he's not that old. Well, he is. Yeah, he is kind of.
That kid is gonna grow up with AdSense on him.
He's not gonna grow up. I'm gonna make sure of that.
His child support is just AdSense money.
Live on
The
Drycast,
first
I'm going to
kid
kill
raised
Philip
on
DeFranco's
ad
son.
money, like completely raised on YouTube ad money.
He probably could, but
No,
I don't
like-
think Philip DeFranco is as big as he was like in 2010.
No. Okay. Philip DeFranco does other stuff. He kind of used YouTube to do other stuff, but he still does the Wednesday thing where he's like, it's hump day. He's okay. The worst thing about Philip DeFranco is he took the drywall holiday, all right? The sacred holiday. And even Charlie Hebdo wouldn't take the drywall holiday and fuck it up, all right? He takes the drywall holiday and he turns it into something not okay. Who the fuck does that? You know?
That's wrong. He's just disrespecting Iowa.
Fuck you, Phil. I'm gonna kill your kid.
Threats in Studio E.
Threatening to kill Philip DeFranco's child live.
So was his child like born like in the past year?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't think that matters.
It's actually really hard to hate stupid people like Philip DeFranco because he's kind of just like, you know, this smiley guy with dimples. He's like he would be working at my gas station, but somebody saw him, and you know, I don't know. He's just kind of your average fucker. Your
I used to
average
watch
fucker.
I used to watch his videos like a long, long time ago when he first got like started, and he was actually kind of funny, but now it's just he's the same as the rest.
He was never funny, but the way he talks is the only part that really makes him annoying. And he's got that sort of like that new way of speaking. I don't know how to do it. Right, we kind of like, oh fuck, let's see.
Let's see.
I can't describe it. I can never describe it. But it's like an accent almost. But okay, so when I was in 8th grade, I didn't have a childhood until I was 14. I'd never seen a potato. I didn't see kids of my own age at all. Right. I lived basically a completely isolated life with owner's manuals. This isn't a joke. The potato part was a joke. I had seen a potato, but I lived completely isolated. Didn't talk. Didn't have any regular friends. In 8th grade, I was like, shit. I've got to blend in. What's current culture? So I started watching Philip DeFranco videos to arm up, basically. Hello, Elliot 2 here. I'm armed and hysterical.
It's armed with Philly D videos.
I'm armed with Toby Turner videos, and I'm coming. I'm coming to your town.
More Comic Con interviews than you can possibly imagine.
Oh god, I'm watching one of his videos right now, and he seems like the type of guy who like uses like Apple GarageBand default music.
Yeah, it's okay. I feel really bad now for threatening to kill his kid because, frankly, he's not worth the time. But he's just an average guy. Like he could be my brother-in-law, really.
Yeah.
Except none of my brother-in-laws are average. They're all more intelligent and more interesting than he is. So, oh, huh. Phil, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm not gonna kill your kid. I'm just gonna kill you and your wife. All right. So, BMW. Are you done with petty chatter? Completely done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm not petty enough.
Did we get gender hell out of the way?
Well, what is gender hell?
I don't know, dude. I have no fucking idea. But is it gone?
Uh, yeah, I think.
All right. So, let's. You guys should get back into music, and I'll shut up.
Okay. About our own music or just music in general?
You have the stage. You are the focus of this podcast, so you can talk about whatever you want. This is all about you, despite how much talking I've done.
Well, let's see. I obviously use like Twitter as like my primary like, just I don't know. I spend all day looking at Twitter, and I've had a few people who just want to like work with me on music. I've had like not like ask, but people who I could totally, if I asked, like just help work with music on. If any of you know like the Twitter at a nice dog, who used to be Tiny Dog on SoundCloud and whatever. Discarded, if any of you know him. He's a pretty good like hip hop producer. He makes really good beats and isn't actually that popular when he should be. He's very talented. And
I've heard of him. I've never like actually listened to anything.
yeah, he has a before I actually started talking to him, he like removed all of his stuff on SoundCloud and just threw all of his stuff into like a album called Throwaways, which is where I got my 2014 Throwaways thing from. And there's just a zip file out there called Throwaways, and it's just all of his stuff that he didn't finish. And a lot of his, like, almost all of his stuff is absolutely amazing. And let's see if I can find something of his.
About links because I will have the links to everything. Well, assuming that you want your stuff all ported, I'll have your links to everything in the show notes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if I should just link this in the chat, but like, just
Sure.
for just for you two to like understand. Maybe it's gonna show up in the show notes later or something. He's super talented. Like, there's just no other way to describe it. His production, his sampling, and just everything that he does. He's also a very, very nice guy. Super humble. He's also a good artist. He posts pictures of his like his sketchbook and like his stories behind each like drawing that he's made and stuff like that.
That's cool.
I would love to be this guy basically. And his cover is just nothing but pictures of people who have like held up gas stations who are caught in camera and stuff like that. Super creative. I love it.
I've actually seen that picture somewhere before, maybe.
That's wow. That's pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, collaboration. I asked this one guy who goes by the name of Vito Bendover. Funny enough, he produces like Toho arranged rock, and his music's really good. He's a very talented guitar player. Uh, Produces all aspects of his own music. He draws his own album art sometimes. Pretty cool guy. We've talked about
Wait,
like
hold up.
working on music. Huh?
I think I followed this guy like yesterday. He's also a nice dog, or is that a different person?
A underscore nice underscore dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him, Sam.
That's cool.
He's pretty funny. He hangs out on a mobile server with me and a few other people.
Yeah, I like started talking to him because like I got retweeted by somebody over a joke that I made about oh god damn it, what was it? I made a joke about Run the Jewels. I was like, you know, I really like LP, but that Killer Mike guy isn't my cup of tea. Then just like I just decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna break character and talk about hip hop because that's all I can fucking do. And I've been talking to him about Memphis Underground shit and stuff like that. He seems pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got a really good taste in music. He was the one that kind of showed me. I don't know, just he's into more like mainstream hip hop. He listened to, I think, recently a lot of Rich Gang and like I don't know. He listens to a lot of stuff that you'd hear on the radio, but like he picks out what's good, I guess. And let's see.
I try and do that, but it's like really hard because like when you listen to like mainstream rap, you run into this problem like, do you want to listen to something because you enjoy like like do you want to listen to like E40 or like Migos or something and you want to like have fun, or do you want to listen to something with some lyrical content?
Oh yeah. I think he listens to really both, but like a lot of what he sent me is more just like I don't know, having fun sort of hip hop, if that's a way to describe it.
Hip
He's
hop is
into
not fun. Real hip hop is not fun.
Drop dead. Drop dead. Hip hop is party music. It came from disco and it came from DJ Kool Herc. So stop it, David. If you're not
It's like-
having fun when you're listening to hip hop, go do something else.
there's like two sides of a spectrum on hip hop. There's like party hip hop and I don't know, what you'd hear on the radio, stuff like that. You know, doing drugs, having sex, all that sort of stuff that they talk about on like radio hip hop. And then there's like I don't know, Memphis hip hop, which is nothing but like I don't know, killing people, doing drugs, and I don't know, Fraser cut.
I love Memphis hip hop. It is like
It is really good.
I'm not even gonna say like it's good because there's a lot of mediocre Memphis hip hop, but it's like really interesting when you put yourself in the place there, like because what happened is just like this big explosion, like gangsta rap and shit like that. It came to Memphis, and the only way they could do it was they was selling like tapes out of like sound system shops, and like it was just like these little people who like made these evil fucking beats. Like you listen to like a Blackout beat or an old DJ Paul shit, it is disturbing. You know?
Yeah. It just sort of takes you into like another world. Like maybe you didn't, of course, like none of you who are listening or in this like podcast have grown up like in Memphis around that time in the early 90s. But like this kind of stuff like is just so interesting to listen to because it's all low production costs and just like really weird beats and low quality microphones and stuff like that. Like interesting stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Like, a lot of it like samples a bunch of horrorcore or horror movie soundtracks. I hate to say horrorcore when I describe it because it is different in a way. But yeah, I'm always about like Memphis tape rips, and I like how like especially recently like they've been like bringing that sound back, but they've been giving it like a modern like club like trap edge. Like you listen to like a new LaChat song or like the Little Ugly Mane stuff coming out today, like Fraser Boy shit like that. It's just really dark, but like I don't know, it just sounds like fucking Memphis if you've ever been there.
It's like a yeah. I've never been to Memphis, but I assume from what I've listened to, it kind of looks like what it sounds like. But I don't know. Tennessee can't be that dark.
I remember going through Memphis. It was me and my family, and we were all like, we were going down to like Florida or some shit, and we were going through Memphis, and I look, and there's like a McDonald's like over there, and they're like, it was just surrounded by like boarded up liquor stores, and there's just this big, giant, bright Cadillac with the Spirit of Ecstasy on the hood, and I was like, this is Memphis. This is big candy Cadillacs. This is selling drugs and prostitution, and it's just fucking evil down there. That is Memphis.
Wow.
It's not that harsh. Memphis is actually
When I think of Memphis, I think of Bible camp.
Ugh.
Oh man.
It was funny because like I didn't even know what Memphis hip hop was until like I was just into regular like like
Nasomatic.
Not even that. I was like getting into like Houston rap, and then I found this like link, and it was a Juicy J tape rip from Volume 5, which I now have, and I was like blown away because that was back when Juicy J put effort into his rhymes, and the B side was Kingpin, Skinny Pimp, Skinny but Dangerous, and if you've ever heard that song before, it's a treat.
Oh.
That's my song.
It's
Like
just
no shit, that's
really
my
fucking...
song.
Dude, that's my jam.
That was played at my wedding.
You're gonna like play a song by Kingpin Skinny at your wedding.
Skinny but dangerous.
Oh my god. Let's see. Music. Self-promotion. If you're willing, recital yourself. Well, we can do that at the end where I go through and basically plug like all of my links and stuff. Oh, what's this?
It's that song that I was talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Save
Oh,
it
it's
for
this
later.
account that like starts out with the deep yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's great that you'd recognize that because there's a lot of hip hop channels that like do that shit, and you can just recognize like, oh, this is Shamrock hip hop.
Yeah. I know this channel because a while ago somebody like sent me City of Syrup, and they only sent it because of my username. And I listened to it, and I thought this was gonna be like some dark. I don't know. I didn't know anything about like south like southern hip hop at the time. And I listened to it. The album cover has like this big, like just this big dude pouring like a cup of syrup like all over some city. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I listened to it. It's some of the most upbeat hip hop like I've ever heard.
I am not gonna lie, City of Syrup by Big Mo is one of the greatest albums to come out of Houston.
Oh yeah.
All I wanna do is
Bang screw.
And like it just sounds so like I don't know. It's just so happy. He's doing what he loves, which is codeine with promethazine.
Yeah, Big Mo just loved sipping bar, and he loved sitting in his car, and he liked singing to like upbeat New Jack songs.
Oh my god.
Him and Fat Pat are just like fucking legends. It's just a shame that because of the whole like codeine overdosing thing, like everybody from that era is
It's
dead.
dead, yeah. That's so sad.
At least we still got
Juicy
Zero.
J.
And Juicy J wasn't even doing... Okay, he probably was doing syrup back then, but I heard that he really liked, like, Tussonex and shit like that.
I just find it so funny that, like, out of that entire scene, Juicy J is now like on like Katy Perry songs and stuff like that. I don't know how that happened or like, how did that happen? Do you know?
Well, like what happened was, well, I'm not Juicy J. I like Juicy J. I still like what he does now, but like the thing is, like he's kind of changed up. Like he used to run Hypnotize Minds, and he kind of him and DJ Paul for they're the only two people in 3 6 Mafia, you know. Um, Everyone else kind of left, or they went to jail or other things, but they were the only two that stayed. And he started doing like rubber band business with like Lex Luger and stuff like that. And he got like really popping in the like clubs and shit. That's like why Katy Perry and like Miley Cyrus want Juicy J on his tracks because he's fucking huge. But like he's like really good at production. He knows how to make money, and that's the difference. As much as I'd love to see him do like Chronicles of the Juice Man Part 2 or like produce a new like Hypnotized Mind record, like it's not really going to happen right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking nerd about music, sorry.
Do not apologize. It's why you're here.
No, but like it's just really, really fucked up that like I can like name off like producers and like people like that. It's just like nobody cares about that when you're sitting in the club. Like you
I
don't
do.
care. You don't care that like I don't know whoever whatever produced a beat. You care like, oh, that's Juicy J.
Yeah.
You make this podcast sellable, so why does Shazam have permission to do lock screen notifications? Shazam just there's a notification on my phone that's like revealed the most Shazammed song in the U.S.
Well,
Hmm.
I sometimes get like Twitter notifications that tell me like 3 people I know followed somebody. Like I don't understand why they think that's important.
Oh! I have it set so
I
that
actually
every
hate
time
the
someone
feature.
that I follow on Twitter joins Vine, it lets me know. So yeah, yesterday I was at work, right, and my phone lights up, and I look over, and it's just like let's see what company joined Vine. Qualcomm. It's just like Qualcomm joined Vine! Exclamation point. And I'm like, fuck yeah, followed them right there.
For real though, like Twitter should like limit that shit because I remember I was at work one day and I was bored and I was just refreshing my Twitter timeline and it says like like so and so favorited this, so and so favorited this. Well, like explicit freaking like lolly porn just showed up on my phone and I was
Oh
like in the
God,
middle of work and I was like, oh god,
Jesus.
like that is a nightmare waiting to happen depending on who you follow.
Yeah, that's why I like thrift shop.
Yeah, like I'm glad that because I follow everyone on Twitter,
He
that
does.
everyone that follows me is just like, like David Blue followed Tide. Well, good, great, cool. David Blue followed all the laundry detergent companies. Nice.
I
Okay.
follow maybe like 500 people, and since I use TweetDeck, I can get like a activity of like what everybody is favoriting and what everybody's following and like retweeting and stuff. But
Yeah, I just hit the cap, so it kind of fucking sucks.
wait, you can only follow 2,000 people?
Yeah. So I have to
That's
go through
weird.
and unfollow all the corporate accounts.
That's weird.
I'm
Good.
pissed.
Let's bring this back to music. So, Syrup,
Sorry.
you use a lot of like acapellas and stuff over your beats. Do you like go on YouTube and like search up for these like acapellas, or do you like find them online, or do you make them yourself?
I find most of them online. There's only a handful that I actually had to go through and make myself. And the ones that I made myself, in Bird Bather, there's only one that like I've actually had to go through and like lay them on top of each other, like the original song and the instrumental, and
Mm-hmm.
isolate it and stuff. And it was for like some, I don't know, some Japanese like Toho arrange, and I put it over some Death Grip song, and it sounded so stupid, but and I, yeah, just all that. The acapellas though, I have a Dropbox that I share with like a few other people where we just have an acapellas folder that's like 100 and about like 180 megabytes. It's just nothing but rap acapellas, pop songs, and a bunch of other stuff.
Interesting.
And let's see, I'm looking through it right now. We have like Tupac, Busta Rhymes, Lil B, Jay Z, Notorious B.I.G., Soulja Boy, and there is a huge section just dedicated to Ludacris, and nobody's ever used them. I don't know why it's there.
Ludicrous, man. What happened?
Yeah, what happened though? Like I actually
He's dead.
haven't listened to any Ludacris song after like what was that one song they made? The one that everyone knows.
He was on What You Mean with Big Crit, and that was a pretty good song, like off of Live from the Underground, but like
Ludacris
he used
post
to be
2004.
huge.
Yeah. Like yeah, just Ludacris post 2004.
I actually like buy records sometimes. Like I buy a lot of hip hop singles just to find like acapellas and stuff.
Mhm.
It's really satisfying, like knowing like, haha, I've got this acapella that nobody else can touch.
Oh yeah. The
Like,
it's always fun just like trying to find an acapella for a song and knowing that it's probably nowhere on the internet, but just like looking and stuff like that and having to look up the BPM and like trying to match it with another song, trying to make it sound good. And that's an entire process I go through like once a week of just laying things on top
DJing,
of
man.
each other. Yeah, I guess you could call it DJing.
If I had
Well,
the acapellas to any zero tracks, if I had any zero acapellas, I would be going to a different profession.
I wonder if I have any zero. I think I actually have a few zero acapellas, but they're not like for any songs that you would like.
I like them all.
Do you want to download a copy of the Zero acapella for the Mule?
Yeah. Dude,
I know
I
I
would
have that
seriously, Why? Why is it, out of all the acapellas that could be released, why that one? Whatever, I'll take it. I will sample the fuck out of it. And by sample it, I mean I'll just, commentate, basically. I'll just have the acapella, and then I'll throw an audio track, mono, me with a mic, live, just being like, yeah, alright. Cool. Cool.
That reminded me,
Hit him with the mule.
there was a point where somebody was like looking really hard for the acapella for that song Gas Pedal, and they couldn't find it. So what someone did was like, "Hey guys, I just put the acapella," and everybody was like, "What? Where'd you find it?" And we click on the acapella and listen to it, and it's just him singing Gas Pedal.
Gas
Oh, God.
pedal.
Yeah, it is. It's still there. It's just Sam Gas Pedal that MP3.
Sam
man.
gas pedal. Dot MP3.
This is a nice dog, Sam.
Rest in peace, Sam Freckle.
Good.
Sam Freckle.
Okay.
Dude, what the fuck happened to Sam Freckle? I mean, I promoted his Twitter account all over our local parks. With chalk. What happened to
I
Sam
thought you
Freckle?
carved it into a table or something like that.
Oh shit! Yeah, I did carve it, didn't I? Oh god.
Somebody's going to like have a dead Twitter account permanently on that table.
Yeah, that's the MP3 right there. I don't know. I looked up Sam Freckle.
Slow
and
down.
I got some furry art. All right. That's
That's
it.
him.
Oh, I actually got a picture of a tree, but it's like a tree with a bunch of termites in it or something. I don't know.
Can I make a mirror of that, just in case it gets taken down? Because I'll throw that up on the dry net.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
you should probably do that because push links get taken down after a month.
Okay, except I just lost my FTP client. Just won't connect to the dry wall server for some reason. So,
That's weird.
It as of yesterday because I updated it, and it's a fucking crisis. I'm not kidding.
thing that I came across when looking up Sam Freckle is a guy who looks like he's having the time of his life eating this big cookie.
Oh my god.
He's in bliss.
What the fuck?
Beautiful.
File 0198.jpg. Blogspot. Oh my god. Dude, fucking Blogspot is still up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. I actually had a blog spot like forever ago, and
Everyone
I like
did.
ripped. Yeah, but I like ripped like zero albums and then like a bunch of like punk cassette rips from like shows that I went to, and I think it's still up somewhere.
Yeah, I remember that.
Man, fucking Blogspot. Have you considered DJing, Syrup?
Yeah. There some guy that I know, he like is friends with the guy who runs like I forgot the name, but it's like some small DJ collective that's in like the Chicagoland area who they DJ at like anime conventions and stuff. And he said if there's ever like a spot open, we'd actually invite you because we think that your stuff is actually really good. He told me that one of my songs got played in a DJ set on, I don't know if it was an online show or like an actual show, but
Wow.
I apparently got like a half ghost played at a song or at a set, so that's funny.
Oh man.
He said that like everybody went like ape shit like over that song, and so that's good to hear.
I can't wait till that
That
happens
is-
to Drywall.
Not gonna happen. Try.
Fuck.
You're not
Dude.
commercial enough.
Just imagine like sitting like in a crowd and just hearing this start playing. But DJing would be a lot of fun, and I think I could handle it. Maybe I would have to prepare something better. And I would have to get up on stage and like make it look like I'm doing something. Maybe I don't know.
That's like the biggest problem with DJing is that like you can know all of these BPMs to songs. You could have an archive of stuff to play and all this, but like if you're not entertaining the crowd, they're just not gonna move.
Yeah. And another problem would be making a set that's long and interesting. Like the reason why Bird Bather and Crow Party and all those are so short are because it got to a point where I like laid out everything that I thought would be good at the beginning, and then the rest is like, wait, none of this is like I ran out of ideas basically.
Mm.
And I don't know. I set up a Mixcloud account and I put in Bird Bather 1, 2, and Crow Party into one big, and it's funny, it turned out to be exactly an hour long. An hour long set. And
Wow.
if I like ever got invited to DJ and like didn't have anything prepared, I would actually play that.
But like it's kind of taboo to actually like go and play pre-mixed sets.
Yeah, I know about that too. I actually don't have any like equipment with like I don't know knobs and like drum pads and stuff. I have a small drum pad and a keyboard, and that's all I work with.
Yeah, you have to like know how to use the equipment, and it's very difficult. I've actually got 2 turntables, a mixer, headphones, and all that, but I'm looking for Serato Scratch, and it's just like once you get, it's like there's no easy entry level for DJ. You either like go full at it, or you just like bedroom DJ on like a new mark like 2 turntable thing.
Yeah. And I actually have been doing like all this stuff, but I still have no idea to this day know what like scratching and like turntables and all that would do. Like I know scratching just does like a thing, but like I don't see the point.
Well, there's really no point in scratching these days unless you're doing a hip hop concert.
Oh yeah.
But I showed you those records like a couple days ago. The ones that were like blacked out with the purple label on them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I sent it to you on Twitter. But like, what you do when you're scratching is I blacked out those records so that you can only see the tape. Because when you scratch, what you do is you notice like like whenever somebody says something on the record, like a word or something, um, you take note of where the purple tape is on the record, and then you just bring the record back to the start where like it started from. You know,
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
that's basically all you do, and it gets more intricate. Like when you're like doing like turntablism, you basically don't even listen to both records. What you do is you just have like drums on one turntable, like sample on the other. You scratch the sample.
Hmm.
Pointless shit that you might care about from BMW.
Hmm. That's actually interesting. I didn't know about any of that. So I learn new things every day about DJing. But I don't think, who knows, maybe in the next year I might actually DJ somewhere. And
Maybe in your next Bird Bather, like Bird Bather 3, you're just gonna become like DJ Qbert or some shit.
oh my god, I've been actually like somebody told me I was like there's like that my stuff reminded them of who is it? Girl Talk. If
Yeah,
you
I've
guys
heard
have heard of
Girl
them.
Talk.
And like I listened to a lot of like Girl Talk stuff, and I was like, yeah, I can hear that. Definitely. He's
Being
really
from Chicago, what kind of like stuff usually goes on there? I've heard that like hip hop is kind of like booming from there with the whole like drill music, and then there's like Kanye West shit from like that. Is there like a big underground scene, and like what kind of electronic music is usually played around there?
I actually haven't been to any shows or like any concerts at all in my entire life. But
Really?
I guess around Chicago, what I know is big is obviously like footwork and juke. I'm not sure if it's as big as it was like in 2010 and 11, but that's one thing I know is big.
Thank God for footwork and juke.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, I didn't know what juke and footwork was until August the like of last year, and I listened to it was a DJ Rashad Space Juke, and I was like, oh my god, this is like trap music from Mars.
Yeah, that's actually it's funny. I found out about like footwork and juke around the same exact time, and I listened to DJ Rashad Double Cup, like that entire album. And it was right around the time of his death I actually started listening to it, and it was sad because I was like, damn, he could have done so much more good stuff.
Oh man, because like I don't know, footwork is just so interesting because it's got that like energy of like hardcore and like hardcore techno, like 160 BPM danceable music, but it's like got like like a hip like party edge, like it's something to dance to, you know.
Yeah, yeah. And occasionally, sometimes I'll like look up just like footwork videos. Like I don't know, they have footwork clubs and like just places where people just generally gather around and just show off like in a circle what they can do. And that's really interesting. I joined a Facebook group for that, like Chicago area footwork, and they always have events and stuff. And I actually thought about like going to some of them, but I'd feel so out of place at a place like that.
Dude, you totally should though, because like that this like juke and footwork is going to be so important in the future. Like
Oh
you
yeah,
listen to like songs by like DJ Earl and like stuff like that. That's like cutting edge shit. Like I don't think people are appreciating like that music now, but like in the future it's going to be like, wow, I wish I could have been there. Kind of like the like sound systems were in like Jamaica and shit like that.
Just like NASA-matic.
David, drop dead. We're talking about juke. It's interesting though that like juke also is kind of getting really popular in like Japan and places like that with internet labels.
oh yeah. The another like group that I joined is like footwork juke in Japan, and it's completely almost entirely populated with people from the U.S. and they post events of like footwork, like I don't know what to call them, shows in
Wow.
Japan. So that's a thing over there. It's becoming pretty big.
Is it like Japanese producers doing it to like a Japanese like audience?
Yeah. There's let's see. I can't read any of this, but I
Obviously.
I see some stuff here, and the group is mostly like American producers like promoting their own stuff, and I've seen one Japanese producer on here, and that's it. So maybe it's not as big as I think it is, but it's definitely a thing over there. I know that there was a in maybe 2011 a Toho Footwork album came out, which is so weird.
What?
Yeah, Toho Footwork is a thing.
I know there's a Toho literally everything, but a
Hmm.
Toho footwork album is something I might want to listen to.
Would you
I
guys want
have.
to explain to me what Toho is?
Oh man.
Syrup has got this on lock.
Okay, so what there, what it is by definition is a series of like shooting games that were created by like super like low budget shooting games created by one guy in Japan by the name of Zun. And you basically play as like a Japanese like shrine maiden who goes around killing like demons and monsters and stuff like that. And everybody looks like they're all anthropomorphizations of like mythological creatures, and they're all made to look like cute girls and stuff like that. But the reason why I like it is because the music and its composition is really, really good. And there's been like an entire scene that's existed for well over 10 years now, just creating like arranges and covers of the songs that are in the games. And I have here, there's a post here that has like the scene is so big now that there are over 5,000 groups creating like these arranges, and it's in
Damn.
every single genre that you can think of. Like, hold on, there's anything from jazz, country, rap, bluegrass, splittercore, R&B, Latin, avant-garde, orchestral, trap, lounge, uh,
Trance.
footwork. Yeah, the footwork's on there, and the song. The song itself isn't that great, uh, but it's definitely a thing. Somebody thought it was important enough that this should be made. God, it's so weird.
It kind of is, because, like, I've played a few of the Toho games, and besides, like, it's a very hard game to get into.
Mhm.
Um, like, it's a very niche game, and it's really surprising how much it's blown up. I sometimes wonder, like, have all these people, like, actually played the Toho games? Because, goddamn, I don't think I could ever finish one.
I haven't like I don't really play them myself like that often, even though like maybe on like Twitter maybe I look like I'm like the biggest like fan of it like ever, but the games themselves are extremely hard, and
Guys, I'm gonna take Adderall.
just I don't really play them that much, and I know a lot of people who like think the same thing. They just like to stick around with like the fandom and like the music and art and cosplay and all that stuff.
The cosplay.
Yeah, I cosplay Toho too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's one thing I wanted to ask you about. Like, I've never talked to anyone who's actually done cosplay or anything, or like goes to anime conventions,
Oh
stuff like
yeah.
that. Like, what got you to like start like doing the cosplay? Like, think that you wanted to dress like an anime character and like go to conventions to meet other people that were also dressed like that.
Well, I think like everyone else who's going to anime conventions, they got brought there like by a friend who probably didn't want to go there on their own, so they're just like, "Hey, you should just go to this like anime convention in like Chicago or something."
Hmm.
And that's exactly what happened to me. So I went, and I just like, hold on, I just got there, and I was like so just surrounded by like such a strange scene, just to see people like the first thing I saw was a Deadpool in a maid outfit, and the second I saw that, I was like, this is fucking amazing. Like, people go to these things for 3 days to like get
I don't know what
drunk
that
and
is.
dress up and talk about like anime shit and all that. Like, it's just a great scene to be around. Even though I don't really like anime that much, I just it's a cool thing to be around. And as for cosplaying, the friend who brought me to those like things, he used to cosplay Toho like in 2011 or so. And I used to make fun of him for it because it was like, what the fuck, you're dressing like a goddamn fairy. Like, what is wrong with you? And ironically enough, now like I just cosplay as like nothing but like female characters now because I don't know, it's weird. It's weird to a lot of people, but to me, it doesn't feel right for me to like cosplay like a male character because I don't know, I just don't feel like I would look good.
You
in
have
that
no
like
idea how much I would love to cosplay, but only as my own characters.
Then is it
original
really
characters.
cosplay?
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Yeah, the just I don't know. I've been cosplaying for like 2 years now, and the first time I did it was at of all places San Diego Comic Con in 2013, and I went as like a Toho character, and I got like 2 pictures of me taken because I realized nobody knows about that.
Did you hit up Will
Nobody's gonna
Wheaton?
recognize it, huh?
Hit up Will Wheaton there?
Will Wheaton.
He's a friend of Drycast. Oh, shit.
Will Wheaton. I don't know.
Don't even ask.
I
Every
was
si-
about to Google him.
I've told someone who Will Wheaton is in every single episode of Drycast so far.
David,
Every
you're the
single
only
one.
who knows who Will Wheaton is. If it
That
weren't
is
for,
not
me
true.
knowing You,
Is it American actor, blogger, writer? No.
Ah!
okay, he was in Star Trek. All you
Okay.
need to know.
Is he actually a friend of Drycast?
No.
Come on.
You could have said yes,
David
and I would have
refers to
believed
him
you.
as a millennial god.
I don't know anything about this fucking guy. I don't know. anything
I'm
about
just this
Drycast.
guy, you know?
He's just some guy.
I fucking hate
He
Will
is.
Wheaton.
The
Did
Will
you,
Wheaton Project.
Did you ever go to Asen Syrup?
Oh yeah, that was the first con that I went to. No wait, yeah, ASIN, and that's probably my favorite. No, not my favorite, but it's a really good con. My favorite is the one that's in Detroit, which is YomaCon, because just Detroit and everybody who lives around there or goes to this con are just the best people. Like, I don't know how to describe it. They're just such a warm environment to be around, and I'm pretty much like drunk the entire time while I'm there.
And you met Danny Brown, I presumed, while you were in Detroit.
We were actually talking about that. We were like, dude, there's a Danny Brown's here. Who else? And we were just like bringing up all these names of people who are from Detroit. Was Sufjan Stevens from Detroit? I think so. I don't know.
Probably. All that
But,
matters, Danny Brown, Jay Dilla, all the rap from Detroit.
we were supposed to be like going to Jay Dilla's like donut shop, which is called like Dilla's Donuts, and we just
Really?
never did. Yeah, we had these plans for 2 years to go there, but we just never did. I'm doing it next year though, definitely.
You should, and you should also like try. This might sound really sketchy, but like Motown, the like city, like Motor City. That is like one of the places that I would love to crate dig and like look for records. You know?
Oh yeah, we when we go to Detroit, I don't know if it's like the friend that I'm with or just like his like, cause okay, the friend that I'm with like doesn't like ever really want to go anywhere that isn't the Renaissance Center, and the Renaissance Center is like where the con happens. And I think it's just because he's scared of Detroit or something like that. Like, I don't know. It's not that bad of a city. It's just kind of a ghost
No,
town.
dude, Detroit is pretty scary.
At least not like where I've been, you know. But
Mhm.
it's pretty bad to be in by yourself. If you're with people, if you're with other people, it's not that bad.
Yeah, well, that's like the same with any like city.
I think
If you're in,
Chicago's
like, a
worse,
really
to be
rough
honest.
Dude, Chicago's, from what I've heard, is a fucking war zone sometimes.
At least South Chicago, like downtown Chicago's not bad at all. It's pretty good. South Chicago, I wouldn't go there ever. You couldn't pay me to go there.
Yeah, it sounds really, really awful. I would like to go to Chicago. I was there when I was a kid, but I don't remember anything about it, you know. But on ASEN, did you ever go to, they had like a bunch of events for a while where they brought in like Japanese J-core artists, and they actually did raves there.
Oh yeah, I stood in line for one of the raves, but I realized I couldn't get in because one, I wasn't 18, and two, I had a bag, and they don't allow bags in the raves, and that really bummed me out because it was a really like, who was the guest? Rough Sketch, I think. He's a really good
Dude, they
like, fuck, like. What were you gonna
They
say?
have some like really fucking top-notch DJs that have gone there, and I was like less than 18, and I was like getting into J-core and shit, and I always thought like if Meaty ever played at ASEN, I would have to go, but luckily that never happened.
Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah, they had like DJ Chucky, like M Project played there a few times.
Fake ID to see J-Core.
Yeah. The 2014 ASIN, I wanted to go to that because one of the guests on there was like somebody, I don't remember, it was a really good guest. And I realized after looking at my schedule like the month beforehand, I would be graduating from high school on the same day. So I wasn't able to
Man,
go. But I went to ASIN the next day, which was on that Saturday. I graduated from high school and went to ASIN the same day. Yeah,
That is amazing.
yeah. And I went from wearing like my graduation garb to wearing what some fucking Toho costume with the giant cannon, and that was nice.
that is a really good high school graduation story.
Yeah.
I remember I graduated high school and it was like me and a few of like my friends who were like in punk bands and shit, and we were just all like, we went to this guy's basement and nobody had like a pipe, and we had a bunch of weed, and there was like a giant Tropicana orange juice bottle, like a gallon sized one, and we like white walled it, and like we were like ridiculously fucking high. And then the
Was
next
I
day,
there?
like, no, but we went to high school the next day. I was like hungover. I was high as hell because I'd never like smoked weed before, and I'm just sitting in the back, and there's this guy who was like a fucking drug dealer, and he's just like, he just kept turning and laughing at me because like you could just totally tell, you know, like when somebody's really fucking blasted, and he's just like, man, this dude's high as hell, like the entire graduation ceremony.
Oh my god.
That guy was amazing though.
I remember that I at our high school graduation, or I went to the rehearsal with you.
Mm-hmm.
But then I didn't actually go to the graduation. My entire family came to town to see me graduate, and the morning of the graduation, I was like, nah, I don't feel like getting up. So
Damn,
yeah,
that's cold, man.
yeah, yeah. That's that's me.
Moral of the story: don't go to high school.
Okay, well, um, so I'm thinking, I will definitely take the opportunity for more content if you guys want to talk more about music. Um, but yeah, so if you want to keep talking, then definitely do
Well,
it.
let's see.
But yeah, we do have to get the Evo. I have to fucking crash that car tonight. So
Don't worry, it wants to be crashed. Let's see. Is there any other musical stuff I can bring up?
So, what have you been doing, BMW, with your music? I know that there's been what was the last thing you made? Was it luxury mixtape?
Yeah, I made that last. And I also did the music jams with Captain Ersatz.
Oh yeah,
I did Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I have two songs on Music Jam Christmas. So yeah.
Dude, I love how he has that set up. Like, it's just absolutely amazing that he thought of like doing an anonymous like compilation like
hmm
that, and he actually put it together. It's dedication.
That actually reminded me. I was on like some anonymous like uh along the lines of Music Jam, except you can send in literally anything. You can send in pictures, videos. Like some Japanese net label had done that, and so I sent them
Hmm.
like a demo for one of my songs because I don't know. Like I was wondering, like maybe they noticed me or something, but I don't know. I was looking through that zip file, and I'm trying to remember the name of the net label that did it. Something T Records. That zip file ended up being 500 megabytes of just other zip files, video files, like sounds and songs that people made. There's a lot
It's
of
crazy.
strange. Yeah, I'm trying to. Shit, yeah. There's an entire Eurobeat song in here. There's like some cat noises. Like I'm just gonna click on a random one right now and see what comes up.
I've always wanted to do more comps. I actually was on this comp back in 2011, when the government shut down Mediafire, There was a tape label. It was like a punk tape label that did a bunch of harsh noise and shit like that, called DIY Noise. They're defunct now, but they put out a tape for Mediafire, and I did a track for that. And I've always wanted to do more comps, but I feel like not a lot of people really want to listen to Ruby Falls. It's a very tough listen.
Yeah. I would listen to the song that I think that you put in Music Jam. Let's see, what was it? I can't even tell. There's songs that are like 15 seconds long, and there's songs that are like 4 minutes long.
On the Christmas Jam, I sampled the song John by Lil Wayne with Rick Ross, and I sampled him saying, like, gather round, I got gifts for reaching all of y'all.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Was it Christmas? Wait, Bulletproof.
It was Santa Falls. Santa
Track
Falls
4.
was it.
Track 4 is so good. It's just Lil B saying "Merry Christmas, bitch," and then like sleigh bells.
I thought you did that for a minute, because I know
No.
you sample a lot of Lil B. I was like, that's probably syrup, but
I didn't
guess
even know
not.
that there was like a Lil B Christmas song. If I did, I would have done that.
I also made Golt the Christmas Wendigo.
Yeah, the ones that I made were track 3 and track 16, which are Andre 1222 and Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
You made that song.
It's so shit.
I actually like the Mariah Carey song for some reason.
Yeah, that was fun to make. That was like some, I don't know, some like toe arranged with like the trap snares and like everything from Hard in the Paint.
Oh, and yeah, the Andre thing. That was really funny when you posted like that same pic of Andre for like a week straight.
Jesus. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I
had it queued
remember
up
that.
on TweetDeck to have it tweet for like an hour, like every hour for like 8 hours, and everybody was like, because of this, I'm being aware of like how fast time passes, and I thought that was kind of depressing, so I like stopped.
I loved it because like I retweeted every single one of them, and I'm pretty sure I lost followers for doing that.
Oh man.
Holy shit.
But
Yeah, and so this is what we're referring to. Do you want to put that in like the notes later on or something? Music Jam, organized
Oh,
by...
don't worry. Actually, last episode 6, which is going to be released tomorrow morning, we had Captain Ersatz on, and we got that sorted out. But I do appreciate that, though.
I want to do another one of these sometime because I feel like I can get a lot more stuff in. I was just doing that because I thought it was fun.
He invited me on, so I think I'm gonna do something. It'll either be drywall or it'll be like solo piano improv.
Captain Ersatz and I actually have a 7-inch record planned, called Attract Mode, which is kind of like an arcade term, like whenever they're trying to get people to play the games. We're gonna do like a really fast, like splitter core, 7-inch record.
Oh man.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I've got some like sketches done. I've talked with him about it. I said I want this to sound like an arcade just full of machines making noise, and it's being flooded.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, making speedcore and like harsh noise is really fun, but like nobody wants to listen to that, you know?
Yeah. Oh, see, I just seen that somebody reblogged that post and just put P. That was you, David.
Oh
Probably.
yeah, I did. Yeah, sorry.
That's good though.
I wanted to comment on it. To commentate something. So that was there.
Speaking of physical releases, I'm not sure if I can pull it off, but I will probably do a physical release of my like first like serious album. But I'm not sure if I should like print the CDs myself and do all the stuff myself, or have like a service do it. I don't know. I don't have a lot of money, so it's probably just gonna be myself.
You want to do just CDs, right?
Yeah, just CDs. I don't want to do like records and stuff.
Records are expensive. Don't ever consider that unless you love records.
Oh yeah, I looked up prices for that, and it was like $80 maybe for like one record, like just printed by itself, because those sites always expect like batches of, like 5,000 or something. So when they have a job for just one, they're not gonna like want to just have to do one. Like it's a
It's
hassle.
insanely priced because when you make a record, you have to make plate, and they're called like an acetate, and that's you put the vinyl on there, and then you press the plates together and like make the grooves, and it's very expensive,
Fucking
and that's why
crowdfund
the
it,
price
dude.
is. Crowdfunding.
I think
Crowdfunding.
if I ever crowdfunded something, it would bomb really hard. So that's why I never do that. You need a certain amount of popularity to even like start something like that, because then you'll just end up on that like blog that shows like failed Kickstarter projects and stuff like that.
Well, I'm doing it, doing
But
one, but yeah.
Syrup, when you do the like CD thing, just like get a batch of Memorex CDs or whatever.
Yeah,
Get some like labels and like get some like digipacks. Unless you want to make it fancy, like most people buy CDs, pop them in their PC, and set them on a D tray. You know.
yeah. I'll probably do that. Just like get a bunch of like Memorex ones and print out some labels and. Yeah. No, never mind. They do have like CD labels that you can just like paste onto like existing CDs, right? Yeah, they do.
They probably do. CDs really aren't that popular right now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'll do it just because I know that like not anyone's gonna like buy them, but I can probably just send one to like my friend or something, because I don't know. I have like a few friends that would just be like, hell yeah, I'll get one.
I'd probably buy one if you had it for sale, but I really like tapes and records.
Oh yeah. If I had the like equipment to like record a tape, I'd definitely do that because that'd be fun.
Recording
Like a
tapes
set.
is a whole lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
You know, when we did Suburban Anarchy, it was worth it. We also did the Speed Noise EP, but I disassembled every single tape and painted it and then reassembled it, and that was like it was like 30 minutes total man hours per tape,
Oh wow.
per individual tape. And then I just gave it to a bunch of fucking crust punks. So fuck me.
You like
They were really cute tapes, though. I like the pistachio green.
Yeah, they were.
Better, though, the luxury tape. I just bought some fucking some clear purple tapes. I'm just gonna dub them all on that. Like, won't have to deal
Holy
with
shit.
disassembling and painting. But I've got to make that first.
Oh, you know what? I found this service that does really cheap CDs. And I think like a lot of people have heard about this Kunaki. And I've had if any of you know who Piss Spears is, Piss Spears, like they got something printed from this. They said it was pretty okay.
Piss Spears.
Piss Spears, the creator of Pisscore.
Wow.
That is intriguing.
Yeah, they were pretty big on SoundCloud for some reason. They hold on, if you go to pissspears.com.
I love websites like these. They look so sketchy.
Oh yeah, I've actually had like a demo CD sent to me by them, so I think they're pretty legitimate.
They probably are, but they still look like they were made in like 1997.
Yeah, the CDs aren't the best. They're not like super high quality, but they're affordable. But yeah, Piss Fears was one of the reasons why I actually started making music.
That's
Funny
awesome.
enough. This train wreck of a project was absolutely amazing.
Got inspired by piss.
Yeah.
Aren't we all? It's an album called I Created Pisscore.
The original I created Piscar. It's nothing but like speedcore breakcore remixes of like Hatsune Miku songs, Death Grips, pop songs. I don't know. I'm looking on there and there's a song called Death Grips, is my favorite trap artist. Let's see. Oh yeah, one of my favorite song titles is just E going on for. It stretches off the page. David Guetta reaches heaven, which is 16 minutes of David Guetta like screaming.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I want you to listen to this. One of my friends was he was sipping on some scissor and he was listening to the song. He was actually dancing to this, which is surprising.
Beautiful. A lot of work went into this Bandcamp profile.
Actually, yeah. And Piss Bears later went on to do like compilation albums, which are probably some of the most fun times I've had in a while. They just went on SoundCloud and said, "Hey, we're accepting donations for, or not donations, but like submissions for a Macklemore like like mashup album." And
I'm so happy to be alive right now, to be young.
oh yeah,
I know I don't understand the culture of the youth, but I'm glad to be with you guys right now, because this is definitely more interesting than the Beach Boys.
yeah.
Fuck the Beach Boys. Macklemore freed the gays.
The Macklemore. Oh wait, okay, wait. Macklemore is the MLK of the gays, but and who did I say was Rosa Parks?
Oh,
Wait a second. No, it was
was it Charlie?
no. No, fuck. Who is the Rosa Parks of the homosexual freedom? I
Will.
got no,
Barbie Milk.
not Will Wheaton. God damn it. Whatever. Sorry.
I think I know who you're talking about, but I can't put a name to it.
All right.
E.
It's E.
Mackle- yeah, Macklecore sounds like R. Kelly's beats.
Syrup, have you ever seen Mackie?
Mackie. No. What is that?
He has not.
Mackie's not broken, is it?
Nothing's coming up. It's loading, at least.
Oh shit. I think I might have actually broken Mackie when
Uh-oh.
I redid the website, but
Uh-oh.
nope.
Oh,
Oh my god. God damn it!
oh my god, my ears.
Every fucking time I opened that thing, like I was like, oh fuck, it's broken, and so I looked away, and then I just see the face come up real quick, and I'm like, oh shit, and then it was just.
Holy Christ. The picture gets so big at the end.
I think it's 9,000 by 9,000.
I'm trying to find his face, but I can't. Oh, found it. Yeah, all I can see is his eyeball.
That's me, actually. It's my friend edit. What that is, this is like the third time I've explained that, but it's the SoundCloud embed widget, but I edited the HTML to make it have no dimensions, so and then it's autoplay, so it just.
Oh god. What song? What SoundCloud song is this?
It's one of mine. Let's see here.
This is great. Like, you should have definitely been around when Macklecore was still like being worked on, because a lot of the like submissions sound exactly like this.
I'm not good at hopping, at being friends with people, but I am good at starting trends. So
Oh my
I
god.
started Vaporwave.
Yeah, I started Vaporwave. That was me. I am Rara.
That's it.
Drakesville.
Yep.
Dried.
Explaining the drywall lore, well, it's a time-consuming process.
It's the rest of our lives.
Still in high school.
Oh, this was made December 20th, 2013. Dried Amen Break.
Oh man.
Oh my god. This is amazing. Wop, Lil Chucky, Dried.
Oh god, you actually dried that little Chucky song?
Yeah. Why is there a place on the SoundCloud player to turn down the volume, or do you have to do it locally?
Yeah, there is. It's at the bottom right.
Thank you. I can't turn it low enough. Oh man. This really is intense. Oh man.
I think like everybody in studio right now releases music that is just intentionally clipping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did I think I started that, to be honest. I mean, I know that before Drywall, I never heard anyone else make use of clipping like I did. And that's because I never saw it, you know, I don't seek things out. I kind of I miss things.
It's definitely been like I've heard a lot of people like as early as like the early 2000s who've made stuff who just like turn it up as much as they can and then put like a limiter on it just so it sounds like it's like
Yeah,
and
see,
then
that's
put
you don't put a
something over
limiter on it. That's the thing, is you leave the file clipping so that it actually damages audio equipment.
yeah, but
That's
like I
that's
used
how
to
to do it.
that, but like a lot of the stuff that I'm doing now actually has like a limiter on it just because like I want it to be loud enough that you know it's loud, but quiet enough that you can hear what's going on.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
I've
my
done that.
goal, like,
I've
as a
done that
player.
now. Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord, for the limiter.
Of course.
All right. Well, we should probably draw this episode to a close, unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about.
Word association car.
Well, car.
Cars.
We're not doing car, but we might do. We could do word association if you guys want to do word association. So
What
basically,
is
what
that?
we do is I'll give you a random word, and then you just name off whatever comes to mind. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
We'll start. I guess we'll start off with you, Syrup, and then BMW, and then I'll do it last.
Like I come up with the word.
No, I'll give you the word, but you do the association. So I'll give you the word, then you start naming off shit, and then BMW will name shit, and then I'll do it.
Okay.
E. So what's the word?
Give me just a second. I gotta get to the thing. All right. I got the word. Propellant.
Propellant. Lots and lots of planes. Boats, cars, BMW. Am I supposed to just say one word or like a bunch of words?
As many as that comes off your head.
Propellant, 9/11, jet fuel, steel beams. Like,
damn it.
It didn't take long to get there. Propellant. Windshield wiper fluid. It's not a propellant. Don't put that in your engine. Oil, gas. Propeller. Is sounds like propellant. That's weird. What? Is that all? Is there anything else?
It's like you keep going and associating words until you feel like you want to stop.
Oh, okay. Propellant. Propellant. iPhones, because if you record a propeller on a plane with an iPhone, it looks weird. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I do not actually.
There's like a weird shutter
it's
effect.
frame rate.
Yeah. That's not the word for shutter effect, but whatever. It's a weird frame rate thing. Propellant. Propellant.
Huh?
Propellant. Propellant. Propane. Yeah. Propane is the thing. I actually saw a propane powered like truck one time. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh
That's
yeah,
weird.
yeah. There's actually just propane vehicles. You can convert your car to propane. It's not as easy as converting it. Oh, what am I? I'm sorry.
There's
This
a rapper in Houston called Pain.
Propane.
that's a
When I was
horrible
in
name
the-
for a rapper. That's a horrible. That's
He
like
is a
that's-
good rapper though.
I
The
don't.
best out right now.
But oh man.
When I was in San Francisco, I went to the Amoeba record shop and I picked out a random CD just without even looking, and it turned out to be a CD that was named Propane. It was like some really generic, like hard rock, and propane, except spelled PRO-PAIN.
Ha! That joke's never been made before. That
Yeah.
joke's never been made before.
It's really bad. I listened to like one song and I just gave it to my friend because I was like, I really regret buying this, and I can't take it home when it's playing.
I want to hear more about Amoeba Records.
That was a really fun time. I went with a bunch of people. Like, I don't know if you ever hear anybody talk about like the group like Dad Chat, but that's what we call like our Mumble server. And we went to San Francisco one time. We just walked around and we ended up going to Amoeba Records at the end of the day. And we didn't get to spend long there. We spent maybe like half an hour there, just looking around at stuff and finding some really like weird $1 CDs and whatever else. And let's see, we did a thing like, do any of you know about like the Amoeba Records like What's in My Bag series, where they just go through and like ask
No.
celebrities like what they're buying? Well, they have that series and they basically record celebrities like picking out stuff and putting it in their bag, and then they ask them at the end like, what'd you get, like what's in your bag? And we recorded our own, and
Oh God.
it wasn't even like in the store. It was in like it was in a car heading back. What's
Oh
in
my
your bag?
god.
And here's the video actually. Yeah, my friend Evan here, like, we just went through and bought a few things. The first thing he holds up is this weird late 90s like pop CD of like some really like not famous like I don't know, female singer by the name of Imani Coppola. And I picked it because like the cover had her like, she's sitting there in this like oversaturated picture.
Oh
and
my
her hair is,
god.
like, you could see the cover there. Her hair is like fucking weird. We had no idea what to expect from this. We put it in, and it's like this really good late 90s like pop music. So that was a pleasant surprise. And what he holds up next? What does he hold up?
I've always wanted to go to Amoeba Records because I've heard it's the size of a mall. It's filled with like records and records and records. It's like where
Oh
DJ
yeah.
Hubert and shit like that goes. And they actually have like where they like have people like play music in the store, or they like
Oh yeah.
do turntablism events.
The one that we went to, I don't think was the biggest one. There was a bigger one that's like I think it's in Oakland or something. I don't know, but the one we went to in San Francisco was on some street. I forgot the name of it. Whatever. It wasn't the biggest one, but there was nothing but records all over the entire place. There isn't a single spot in the store where there wasn't like just CDs lining the walls. It was fucking crazy, and it was incredible being there. I wish I could have spent more time there, but I couldn't.
I'm so happy that like the biggest store I've ever been to is Vintage Vinyl in St. Louis, and whenever I go there, I spend at least like 3 to 4 hours in the store. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
go through literally everything in their stock, and I'm so glad I've never been to Amoeba Records because I'd spend the entire day there.
Oh yeah. I could have spent the entire day there too. I found some stuff there that I thought I would never find anywhere else, and I can't name anything like in specific, but like it was just crazy being there.
But like the biggest thing about like crate digging, is like whenever you're like in the store and you're just like sitting there and you're flipping through all these records and you're thinking like, I wonder what this guy's like story is, or like I wonder like what this record is, or like it's like history.
Hmm. And there's an entire like 2 aisles dedicated to nothing but like $1 CDs, and so I picked a lot from there. And what I actually got was it was pretty good. I got some like weird like late '90s like trance. I got Imani Capola. I got what else did I get? I don't know. I got like some generic rock. I got just like it was all over the place. Everything that I picked out from the $1 section.
Record stores, dude. There's this one record store that was in St. Louis. It was called A Pop Records. It's not there anymore, but it was
Oh.
like in this like really, it was like on the outskirts of town, and it had like just the weirdest records of any store I've ever been to. Like I went
Hmm.
there, I picked up a vinyl record that is an actual recording of a Tibetan Buddhist ghost exorcism.
Whoa, that's fucking cool.
They had like a wall of like harsh noise tapes. They had like exploitation film, like VHS shit, just
Damn,
like metal,
that's
like
amazing.
anything. They were like the center of like punk music in St. Louis, and I'm so sad to like see them go. But like, that is the coolest record store I've ever been to.
Oh man, I want to go to a place that has like an entire wall of just harsh noise.
Yeah, and like I actually like picked up some of the tapes, and like some of them I didn't mean to like get harsh noise, but that's just kind of what you get when you go there. You just don't go there and try and look for like Madonna or some shit. You go there and you find like walls of noise.
Oh yeah. God,
Madonna.
just going back through my old videos, I see the majority of my videos have been either music uploads or videos that I've taken at like conventions over the past 2 years, and
Do
there
you
are
want me
so many.
do you want me to link your channel in with?
Yeah, here.
I've got. Oh, I already got it. But thank you.
Oh, well, yeah. There's a shorter link actually. So,
Ah, thanks.
Subscribed.
thanks.
I'm sorry, but the moment I saw that Tupac and like the leaves just bouncing like over him and the giant explosion, like I had to.
I think that's money. Wait, yeah.
Just like neon money and leave. Like I can't leave.
Leave. Oh, I thought you said leaves. Like, hello. But yeah, I have around, last time I checked, 360 videos, but like only 70 of them are like public. But all of everything, I've had this channel for basically as long as I've been on the internet, since like 2006.
I got a few of those.
Yeah.
The one we're broadcasting live from now, I've had since before YouTube was owned by Google.
Yeah.
But it yeah, I took down all the videos
Oh, dang.
because they were all really bad.
They were great, dude. I don't know what you were talking about.
You only live once.
I'm not gonna mention anything. I'm glad my internet days for playing Phantasy Star Online alone, listening to Speedcore.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I'd do it all again, but I'm still not going to link it. All right. Well, do you guys want to wrap up the show?
I think
Oh,
we
yeah.
should.
All right. Well, so Syrup, I haven't said this. Birdman, rather. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast, and you're the most famous person that we've had. So
Really? Wow. Thank you. It was fun. And if you ever want me back, I'll definitely come back on.
yes, seriously, yeah. Just we record. I know the time, 12:30 a.m. is kind of crazy, but it just I get off work, and that's like the only time I can do it. Usually, I usually work on Tuesdays, so
Oh, so 12:30 a.m. on a Wednesday?
Wednesday. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, it depends. I might be able to get on. I might not because I have school on that Wednesday. So I don't know. But
Well,
yeah.
we're not doing tomorrow or tonight.
Yeah.
This is it. Actually, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much when we record. That's just what we've been doing it lately, and scheduling and stuff. Okay. So I will include all your links in the show notes, but you should also just plug anything you want to.
Let's see. I have a SoundCloud, a Bandcamp, and a Mixcloud, but I use my SoundCloud and Bandcamp the most. And there's that. There's Syrup at Bandcamp, and I guess if you're into Mixcloud, which Mixcloud is actually a great site. It's they don't have any restrictions on like uploading, and you could put a track list in a mix.
Unlike that, if
Yeah.
So do they not have a file size cap?
Nope, they don't because they know that these file sizes, since being full length, like 60-minute mixes, there's no file length like cap or size.
Oh, okay. So it pulls off of SoundCloud then?
No, it's you upload a huge MP3 file.
Oh,
or
okay.
WAV file,
Okay.
and
Alright.
you add track listing to it.
Sweet.
So yeah, there's all that.
I'm gonna use it to store, I don't know, stuff.
Stuff.
That's a joke. That'd be kind of mean, wouldn't it? To yeah. All right.
What?
Okay. So all those links. Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone's out there listening, there's all my stuff, and I would appreciate if you could listen to it. Thank you.
That means I'm just gonna say you have to
You
listen
have
to
listen
this
to it.
immediately. Immediately, if you're listening to this on iTunes, go to drywall.ws/drycast. Go to this episode /drycast/episode 7, and fucking click all the links.
look, you need to at least have Bird Bather on your hard drives. Bare
Oh, yeah.
minimum.
Please.
I'm gonna download everything off of everything that I can, and also, but first I have to download a FLAC of the Elliot Rodger thing.
Let me just bring this up. I didn't know what Sunbather was, but I was in the record store and I saw the Sunbather record and I like started laughing because like I just like thought of like Bird Bather and I was like, oh my god, just like this is where it's from.
Yeah, I haven't actually listened to Sunbather, which is funny. And somebody like actually said like Bird Bather, just like they mumbled it in the mumble, and I started laughing really hard, and I just made Bird Bather. And
That's a great story.
it's
It is.
everything that I've made has a somewhat simple story behind it. Oh, and there's one more link I should actually hold on. You can see on the side of Bandcamp there's a link for like additional albums. There are some albums that are not on my Bandcamp because I took them down just because I don't know. There's some stuff I think isn't good. There's some stuff that was good and I don't feel like legally safe to keep it on Bandcamp. There's just a lot of reasons why I've taken these things down. But
Yeah, I get it.
there's a full discography of all of my albums and descriptions and stories of why I made these albums and stuff. So
That is actually really cool. I definitely want to check that out. I say that, I mean, it's literally open in my browser window. So, all right. Well, yeah, definitely. Thank you for coming on. I guess we should wrap up the podcast. And every Drycast, we have to say something profound. So here's what I've got. Charles was a good man. But he's gone, and we all need to get over it. Jesus Charles. Hashtag Jesus Charles.
All right, I'm just gonna say that having spent the last 48 hours in a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X, I now know exactly why bros flock to this thing. Thank you. I'm gonna go drink a Monster Energy.
oh god.
Yeah, Evo review's coming out. Juke review's coming out. Episode 6 should be out by the time... Well, it should definitely be out by the time you can hear this.
Ruby Falls Flow Tree Tape.
All the Ruby Falls stuff. There's actually... If you go to drywall.ws, seriously go to the new website and look around a little bit. If you go to drywall.ws/affiliated acts, all of Ruby Falls stuff will be there. So...
It's great. Listen to it.
Yep, immediately. Okay, so I'm gonna just close episode 7 of Drycast out. Thank you for listening. This has been David Blue, Birdman,
Jesus
and
Charles.
Evo Kid. Hashtag Jesus Charles. Good morning. All right. Oh.
Alright, it's time to die.
It's time to die. I got classes tomorrow. Nice.
All right, I'm also gonna end. I need to end the fucking stream. So, to all you
Syrup
streamers,
has important things to do. We're gonna get in a rally car and try and kill ourselves.
Oh, I actually did
honk
that,
is
like,
important.
I did that like 2-3 weeks ago. My friend had gotten a new car. Well, not new. It's like an '80s car, but he decided to go and like trash his like Saturn that was like really bad, and we just drove out to some cornfield in the middle of like central Illinois, and we drifted out and like did a bunch of like really like reckless hood rat shit. With
That's
this car.
fucking awesome in a Saturn.
Yeah. 4 a.m. in the
Amazing.
middle of 4 a.m. in the middle of a cornfield, and we were just driving around in circles. And we drove up to what was it, like those fucking wind farm. We drove to like those turbines at the wind farm, and we just stood underneath them. Those things are fucking huge.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
Saturn Whim Farm. So
I thought you were gonna say that he got a '80s rally car, and I was about ready to get like really excited, like, oh god, what kind of like '80s rally? Never mind, but like
What?
a Saturn getting.
80s
You gotta-
Saturn rally car.
He got an '80s Corolla,
Is
which
it?
Oh, I'm gonna end the
is it
stream by the way.
is it
Goodbye,
the
streamers.
initial